Got diamonds all over my cheeks, the drippin' ain't free, bitch, I gotta eat. I hop in the pit with a freak, but you better so when you
Y'all know how we living? 48 the gang.
I'm shooting shit like a freak. I swear that you nigga not street. How you a shooter, you don't got no heat. I count the black people, my brother. I control my brother, and we got each other. I put that on the big man.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Off the Ropes podcast. I'm your humble guest, humble host. Rocker, feel me? Shout out to St. Clair. Shout out to St. Clair gang.
Seek to the Izzo. Seek
me?
to the Izzy.
And introduce yourself.
And I am MAYAH.
Ooh.
And today we have, and today we have a very, very, very special guest. Someone that, when he started doing events, like it's just the genetics in that family, musically speaking, is just of an elk. Please introduce yourself.
Yo, that's amazing. Yeah,
introduce yourself, please.
Yo, my name's Filet. My mom just calls me son, but I do events in the city. You may know my collective, FMG Collective. Yeah, but all that. We're gonna get into all that, but for now, this is Filet, and hey, I'm so happy to actually be here because deadass, like, I'll just say one thing too. Before I even really started doing events, I was looking at this guy doing the scripts. You know what I'm saying? Getting the real, like right when I was really delving into like Ottawa hip hop like that, and I just really wanted to learn more. Somebody was actually giving us content for us to learn more about what people were doing and shit like that. And from that point, I was like, yo, I need to do something good enough to be on SEAKA's radar for him to interview me like this. And we're
amazing.
Here. Facts.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Some niggas get on camera and just boost your ego for no reason. What's happening?
Yo, he's blushing.
No.
Are you not on my team? Stop it.
I'm on your team. I disagree. I agree. So yeah, that's a great thing to say.
No, it's a long time coming, and I'm really happy to be here, man.
No, that's a fact. I feel like for me, bro, it kind of comes full circle because I remember my first hosting gig. Like, I was doing events and shit like that, but my first real hosting gig, you're the one that gave me that opportunity.
No way.
Remember? Yeah, I remember. It was like for, I'm not going to put them out there, but you know who you are. Like, remember when that collective was fucking up your event? Just gonna put it out there like, no names.
No names, but I don't know. I don't know about this, so you need to explain to me.
No names.
Wait, you talking about this? Hold on. You talking about the Tory? Wait.
No, not that one. I'm talking about.
We can bleep it out.
No, you can.
We gonna bleep that. We're gonna bleep that. We're gonna bleep that.
We can bleep that, but nah.
Yeah. Tell me what happened.
Does that nigga still have pull in the city like that?
That's a good question.
I don't know that name.
We might have to ask.
Hey.
And them niggas.
But yeah, nah. With if the names are bleeped, quite simply, man, like, yo, it was one of those things where, okay, take into. I started into the game. The events we did come from, one, we were suburb kids. Like, I grew up in Vanier, but then moved to Orleans, where like I really.
Everyone's from Orleans.
Yeah.
Everyone's from Orleans.
Yeah, the organizers are on the Orleans side. No kidding. But and so like we were throwing like wild house parties. Like I was having like 250 people in my house.
Like how old are you?
I was like 18.
Oh, sick.
Like 17, 18, just doing wild shit. Pretty much like my mom would go to Congo over summers, and I'd have the house to myself because I'm the youngest.
My brother told me about those.
Yeah, it's literally like everybody who I could think of would just pull up, and I just really, I was.
You like being the host.
Yeah, and like I just like having a good time. Exactly. Yeah. And I like seeing people have a good time. So.
And it's so funny you're saying that because even when you were rapping, which we're gonna get into that, definitely like it always felt like you were hosting the tape because you had so many features, even just the producers and stuff like that. It really felt like you were hosting the mixtape, So
that's sick.
I'm very, for me, it's like it kind of comes all full circle because I went to high school with your older brother, then it's like me and Kane's like did some shit together in his last video. And then now it's like I get to have the youngest brother, like that's literally shredding shit right now, be on the podcast for me.
Yeah, you're
that's
killing
like
it.
for me that's great, So let's dive right into it. You know.
Yeah,
now he's blushing. So.
I had to get it back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to
shout out
blush
to Fam
too.
Jam.
So.
Shout out to Fam Jam. No, we're gonna get into
Oh,
it
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
facts.
Yo, are we seeing this? Anyways.
And actually,
Anyways.
I need a
pulling off.
stylist,
So, yo, Filet, please, you do a lot of great things, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the connections between everything, but where the connection kind of lacks is your name. Filet Mignon.
Yeah, you gotta
This is
explain.
ASMR.
Oh.
Filet Mignon. Like, I seen your segment on, of course, Studios.
Studios. I saw
Yeah.
that.
He was talking about meat, but pause. Please explain. What does that mean? Why is your name Filet Mignon? How does it
Yo.
corroborate
No, go
with the
ahead.
FMG movement?
Yeah. They're honestly two. There are two storylines to where this name
Yeah.
goes. Okay, so like that meat thing was in jokes, but it really all started from taking, like, I wasn't the best high school kid still, you know, and I don't, like, I really don't care, but all that being said, like, we were showing up to school, you know, zooted type, like, we weren't, and so one of my constant things I had was I was in band class, and I was good at it, like, I played
me too.
What'd you play?
Flute.
Trombone.
Drums.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Oh.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
drums.
Oh. Okay.
yeah, percussion, you know. So yeah, I was in that. I did that my whole high school career. I was in like a special arts program in that, and where we were at, the way we were situated, I was in there with my friends, but then they dipped because they didn't fuck with that anymore. But
I know
it was,
band got kind of like lame. Like,
Yeah.
people made fun of band.
Oh yeah, it was nerd. It
stopped
was
too.
nerdy as fuck.
Do you know what's crazy though? When I lived in Asia, band was cool. Band
Yeah.
was, and people took it very seriously.
Yeah.
It was cool. And then I came here
It's
and
very
I was like,
talented.
everyone kind of made fun of band.
You
But
gotta-
it's sick.
It's sick,
'Cause it's all
and
the
you gotta be
versions.
very talented. No
Yeah.
kizzy.
Yeah.
That being said, though, like, only one of my homies got to stay with me in band because he wasn't allowed to go to school if he wasn't in that program. And pretty much what I had told him, well, like, I was just like, man, I'm going to stay here with you. And I always had this idea that, like, me and my friends are going to do something creatively,
Yeah.
right? So we needed a bass. And, like, one day I was just really stoned in music class. And me and him, we would always be in the back just talking shit, doing whatever. And I was like, yo, you know what, M2? We're going to be the Filet Mignon gang, and I'm going to be Filet Mignon. You want to know why? When you go to the store and you want the best beef, you get the filet. There's no, you know, like, if you want to get something, you got to get the best of it, and we're going to be the best type.
But why is
Sick.
the correlation to meat? Like, I'm
And
trying to understand.
I don't know. I was 16, and I
You
was...
eat meat?
What?
You're.
Oh,
you eat
yeah.
it? Okay. I
Like,
barely eat meat, so
yeah,
don't understand that.
I'm a, like, type. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a harsh
Yeah.
protein in every meal
Okay,
still.
then that makes
But,
sense.
you know,
Okay.
and so the second storyline is I was already just talking to shit, telling everybody I was Filet. Like, you're 16. You know, that's when you could actually, like, the thing about being young is you can actually just come up with a nickname and it sticks.
You can say
You
whatever.
Yeah, I
feels
couldn't.
like,
I
okay.
couldn't be like
That's when
Charles
SEAKA came up.
now.
That's when SEAKA came up. I was 16 years old.
You know what I
Really?
mean? Like,
Yeah.
yo, if I wanted everybody to call me just handsome right now, that would not fly. I'm just stuck with Filet, but at least it was a good one.
That's a good
That,
one.
here, that being said, like, I grew up a little bit. I do the whole rapping thing, whatever. And I remember I was just messing with this girl who, like, we were just talking one time after, you know, just one of these things. And then she's just like, she asked me the same question, why is your name Filet? I explained her that story. It's like, if you want the best quality meat. And then she's just like, oh, yeah, no, yeah. Like, me and my friends thought your name was Filet because, like, you had the best meat in the game. And I was,
What?
yo.
That's what he said on Of Course. Too. I
Yeah.
was dying when I saw that. I was hoping that you would say that on the
Who
podcast.
would not
Quality
take that?
meat?
Who would not take that?
Oh, you ran with it.
Might have to be
ran.
part of Filet Mignon gang too.
Yeah,
Actually.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's sick.
yo, that ass, yo, imagine if my name becomes a term for just dishing it out good too. I just feel laid out on it, you know.
Okay, all right.
Yo.
And like,
Wow.
you just brought it up too. Like, okay, so you do the parties in Orleans. You know, parents go up to
Yeah.
Congo, and how did the rapping thing kind of come along? Because it's like, okay, you do events. It kind of seemed like the whole thing was mapped out from the jump, you know. But then you chose to go into rapping. Like, why would you diverge like that?
It's funny because the rap actually came first, so the rap came when I was 16, and it's really, you asked this at the most perfect point, because if you asked this even like 4 months ago, my rap thing was something I just really didn't like talking about on some shit. Yeah. Just.
Do you know why, or just?
Yeah. Oh, I could tell you exactly why too. It was two things. Mainly, one, because I stopped and I felt like I failed, and I'm like dealing with failure. Of course, it's not good for anybody, but of course, like I'm just obsessed with winning in a way. Not Michael Jordan like, but it's like when I lose, I just like it replays. Secondly, too, I came from a place where, well, my dad really fucked with anything I was doing, but you know, I wasn't always pushed to do music the way I wanted to. Okay. So once I stopped doing music, I felt like, oh yeah, that was the plan all along. You know what I'm saying? That was a good thing, and I never wanted to think about it ever again.
Wow.
So it was like,
you're hard on yourself.
Oh yeah.
Are you a perfectionist, kind of?
I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. More so that I like to stack up dubs.
Okay.
And you prepare very much so in advance.
Yeah. Like I'm very future minded, which makes me sometimes not live in the present.
Ooh,
which
you need to be.
You need the perfect balance. I find.
But I think
it's funny you say that, because in a lot of cases, I'm sorry to cut you off, Maya. Like in a lot of cases, like when we come from backgrounds of like first generation immigrants, you know what I mean? And when we see how our parents had to struggle to even put food on the table, like, and we only realize that once we're older, you know what I mean? It's so fucked up, but like when we're younger and we realize like the type of sacrifice our parents had to do to put gifts under a Christmas tree, or like to clothing, just as simple as clothing, you know? It's just, you know, not today obviously. I'm just saying in general, like clothing, like, and just like bills, and like now we're coming to an age where we're doing that same shit by ourselves, and our parents were doing it with 3 kids at the same time.
I know. I think about this all the time. Like, if I had a kid right now, they would be getting nothing. I can't even provide for myself.
I've been living by myself for 2 years, and taking to like, my dad made the ultimate decision to stay in Congo and work while I was growing up.
It's so recurrent in African family, I feel like.
He sent all his kids here to have a better life while making like the ultimate sacrifice as a man for a dude that I know for a fact like loves his kids as a motherfucker. But that being said, I started rapping first, and it was a way to just like, you know, I just felt like I had something to say.
It's like a creative outlet.
It was such a creative outlet. Like, you know, when you come from a place where you don't really feel like you can, you know, we're not really pushed to talk about our emotional feelings all the time.
Especially men.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
You said you felt like you failed.
Yeah. But
why do you?
Is good.
Yes. But why? Like, what was your goal that you'd feel like you failed? You know what I mean? Like, what was that standard for you that you were trying to reach, that once you didn't, or you felt like you had, you know, spent too much time on it, maybe?
That's a perfect question.
This is
therapy right now. Deadass.
We're about to dive in off the ropes, you feel me?
Like,
top rope. This nigga, you feel me? Suplex.
But oh yeah, I fight. Y'all should know that. Black and yellow belt, judo, and a big Muay Thai guy. Just remember, if you want to challenge anybody at the events, hey, keep it pushing. That being said,
if you want your ass kicked, of course.
That being said, I think I get very deep into my ideas. Exactly like this locks thing. If I feel like I'm going on the road to something successful, I fully delve into it, and I try and put my hammer on the pedal. So when I get to a point where I realize, and of course in every endeavor there's going to be some failures. Yeah. But to me, it's like when I get to a point where I realize that, oh, I can't have my full foot on the pedal, and that direction I'm going in isn't the direction for me. Like, that's something that, and especially the rap thing, that's something that broke me, but also made me realize, like, failure is okay, but, you know, I still, it's a learning thing. But, like, it was one of those things where I was rapping, and I was like, yeah, like, oh, we're gonna keep pushing this thing until we're at least a name somewhere. And then, like, the events came along. So the events came along, like, I started rapping about 16. The events came along when I was around 18. Like, I couldn't do those parties at my mom's crib anymore.
The opportunity was gone.
And we were finally old enough to go to those clubs. We developed a nice rapport.
That's what I love about Orleans. You don't have to go clubbing in Gatineau. All the parties were already happening in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? It was,
Gatineau was
tight.
lame as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, I like stay low key on the gram and shit, but
you are. I was trying to do some research.
Yeah, like the last picture, like the last picture you'll find of me is like 2018 me, and it's
wow.
Yeah.
Quick question, Filet. Just everything you've done, MAYAH. Like, I feel like the scene is coming slowly together, but it came from a very, base cell, and I feel like your family is. We were talking earlier, like it's like that elk of that family, Everybody in your family plays music, I guess I'll let you introduce that, but like everybody does music, and more specifically your Canes, like, you know what I mean? That RBC campaign with her.
That's big.
It doesn't stop playing on your YouTube, doesn't it?
No, it does not.
I love you. I love you, Canes. But
Biden, the 2 unskippable ads, and that RBC one keeps coming back.
I keep seeing this nigga's face.
No, please. Yeah. So please, kind of do talk about that, because I feel like, how did your family come about being so musically driven?
Wait, how many
I'll
siblings
tell you a
do
secret.
have?
So I have 3 siblings. My older sister is a head and neck surgeon. She's an amazing woman, and she is like one of that thirds that raised me type thing. She's super awesome. My oldest brother, he's also musically inclined, but he's a very original person.
He's a genius.
He reminds me a lot of this guy, Joe. Yeah. He's just a very own lane type of guy, and he was the one that really he pushed rock music on me when I was a kid.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up listening to
everything.
Super eclectic.
And then there's Canes, who's a
Superstar?
genius. Yeah.
Yo, by the way, you're coming on this podcast. Just know I'm coming for your head topic.
And I will say one little note about Canes too. If you look at the Dumbo video, the realest I know, look at the coat he's wearing in that video, and then just look at me in the winter. I tell everybody that I got a coat that's been a cameo in a rap video, because I gotta see that ass. But yeah, and one thing too, that this is a secret that not that many people know, but I told Kane. Well, I started rapping before Kane's.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, he's younger than you?
No, he's older.
Oh, he's older. Okay.
I believe he's my age, actually. He's 27 right now.
He's 3 years older than me, and I'm 20. Yeah.
It's about 27. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And pretty much it was one of those things where I was just developing. I was doing a lot of beats, and I was developing the studio in the basement. And then he started to rap a little bit, and he was just really good.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Keynes was just and he also had a different work ethic about him too. I was more so doing the music just to get venting out.
Right.
He went into the music with that, but also business acumen in mind.
Okay.
And with that drive, I want to do something with this.
Yeah.
And he's just been doing great. And now he's got his
move to Toronto was a beautiful move.
Yeah. And now
when did he move?
4 years ago?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years
so
ago.
Yeah,
school as well. He's done school.
But where did I even come from? Because
my dad.
Right. So do speak about it, because not every dad is just out here buying studio equipment for their sons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So I'll give y'all my govy real quick if y'all could say it. Yeah, my name is Amide. My dad is Amide Senior. Yeah, my dad is literally. I like to think, and much love to my mom still, but I like to think a lot of where I like to give, and a lot of my interpersonal things, a lot of where, well, for sure my music, but because my dad was in Congo working while I was young, I could tell he would, now especially as an adult, he really overcompensated on the I need to take care of my children from abroad side.
Yeah.
Calls every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Wow. That's actually big.
My dad was
that makes a difference, though.
Yeah, for somebody to be.
Especially when you're young.
Yeah.
That's so important to you.
To raise a kid, I could tell you with confidence that my dad raised me. and he wasn't even around me.
Wow.
So you gotta really do the most in that case.
Oh yeah.
So it was always something where if I wanted to do something, and that's where you look at moms like Donda and that, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who sees what their kid wants to do and sees a potential route, and doesn't just see it as a limit or doesn't see any limitations in it, sees the infinite. So it was always one of those things where if I wanted to do music, my dad was like, yeah, like, what do you like? Do you want to do the trombone? We'll buy you a trombone. You know, like, do you want to do football? You'll play football. You know what I'm saying? Same with the bros. Like, what they wanted to do, especially, like, I was the youngest, so, you know, he was hustling the whole time. By the time we got to me and I really wanted to do stuff, we definitely had a lot more. We moved to Orleans, so it's like a lot of the opportunities that I have, I wouldn't have had them without him. Like, this whole event stuff, like, you know, he worked hard for us to have a house for me to do those parties and that I shouldn't have done, right? But that, you know, these events wouldn't, like, so much of what I am, even down to my name, as I said, is just from him. And so that music stuff is probably the same with Kane's. Like, I still have, I came here from Congo when I was 2. And the first time, the first time my dad came with my siblings, because I was just here with my mom. First time my dad came with my siblings was when I was 5. But the first thing he came with was the CD of, like, so it wasn't, it was lounge music. And he gave me, he gave me a CD-ROM player.
Those ones!
Yeah, I mean. And, yo, there are still songs in that lounge thing that I remember to this day. Spanish songs.
Yo,
like,
my mom is the exact same. Like,
I mean,
we'll have those Sundays where, like, she'll be blasting, like, old French from France, you know, music. And it'll remind her, like, when she was, like, in the playground back in Haiti, you know what I mean? Like, those music that are staples in our culture that just, like, you can't really explain it, but once you listen to it for enough time, you'll start tearing up without really understanding what it is. You know?
That's the thing about art. It transcends time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do with these events too. Like, there's an art to these events, right?
Oh,
do talk about it.
Yeah, can we talk about
it's
next Friday?
No, but
apart from FMG, I feel
like
that's
oh. By the way, we did little rebrand. We did ditch the little Parford thing, so now it's just simple for everybody. FMG,
okay.
Man. Filet Mignon gang.
Black men coming up in this world.
For sure.
So please do talk about FMG, because, you know, I've known it for the longest time as Parford FMG, but now that it's FMG, I feel like, you know, let's just even talk about fucking Shania DJing at fucking, you know, Escapade and shit. Like, please do talk about it, because you guys have been doing the craziest move. And when I first got in the scene, I just felt like I wanted more people to get involved in it. And you just, like, not to say that I'm proud, because, like, we have no relations. Well, we have some relations.
It's low-key,
to see what you've done with it makes me the proudest. You know what I mean? So it's like, please, because there's Locks, which we're going to get more into it. We're going to delve into it. But then there's also the FMG brand that just took
we're following the storyline perfectly right now, actually.
So how many people are in FMG?
Yeah.
I need to know details, because, like, I know FMG, but
it's the whole East.
Anytime, you know, it's crazy too, because anytime somebody tells me they know FMG, for one, it could mean by so many different ways, and also it's always like, oh, this is so sick. Like, that's literally something I came up with when I was 16. And
16?
Like, I have an FMG tattoo on me. Stop. Whenever anybody says FMG, that's, like, not, like, and this is originally, that's what we called, like, just our group of friends before we did any of these parties.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it started off friendships. But, yeah, back to the story. Like I said, we were doing the parties, and then we evolved to just trying to do those, at those parties, too, like, Shania was DJing. I was DJing at those house parties. Like, we were really just.
I wish I was there. Wait, how old are you?
23, turning 24.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah.
I thought you were older.
Yeah, 98.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I could have been at those parties.
Yeah, definitely.
You just weren't fucking with us.
Yeah,
it's all good.
You should have fucked with Orleans niggas back then.
I was stuck in Barhaven doing my thing.
But
Damn.
So eventually, like. And shout out to, we're doing the Locks thing at City at night. But that was, you know, when you talk about the first people to give you a shine, it was one of those things where we were DMing nightclub after nightclub, like, yo, we have this really cool concept of just bringing these parties that we do, house parties, to just a club. Give us a chance. They gave us a chance, you know, like classic for anybody who's trying to do
City at
events.
Night was the first venue?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For anybody that's trying to do events, of course, like, most venues usually just want you to pay up front. You know what I'm saying? You pay.
If you don't have the juice like that, it's a fact.
Exactly. Yeah. And we just built and built and built. We knew we had that following from the parties. So we did EDM events. Like, that's what. And as a DJ back then, I was like kind of doing some shit that kids are doing now. But like, it was like EDM crossover trap music, like hip hop shit. Cause that was my shit. Like, I was
and that's some visionary shit, because that's what all DJs now are. Like, bro, getting Snoop Dogg to DJ a whole ass festival.
You know, like,
we saw it before it happened.
Yeah.
So, like, you know.
And so, like, back then we were just trying to DJ in front of people, and City at Night gave us that chance, and we knew we had the juice, but we just had to really get in a club space. We get in a club space. We do that for about 5 months on the monthly, charging people for free but paying up front. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys the sauce. You guys could take the sauce and
I'm
run with
taking
it.
I'm taking it.
Because literally what we did, and we called our first events Intersection.
Yeah.
We thought that it was the intersection for, like, you know, it was.
That's a good name.
Yeah, like
it was
the crossroads between our house parties and really breaking out into something real and professional. And so we did that for 5 months, breaking our ceiling every time, more and more people. So there was clearly a need for that in the city, to a point where, of course, City at Night's like, yo, we're making a shit ton of money off drinks.
Yeah.
Why are we charging you guys? Like, you guys are, you know what I'm saying? And then we get to a point where now other than Simon, and I wish Simon was here. Shout out to you, Simon, but Simon's my partner in crime.
Okay.
But me and Simon are really the guys pushing the hip hop stuff, and the other guys are just really into EDM naturally. By the way,
that's a cool mix, though.
Yeah,
we need that.
And it's a great dichotomy, because that means we get to do all of our EDM money makes me do shit in the rap world.
Right.
All of our rap money makes us do shit in the EDM world.
Locks
right?
is an interesting initiative, honestly. Like, I feel like Locks was like one of the first initiatives amongst like 48 and Heatwave, and like that did events and that put at the forefront music that wasn't necessarily top 40. You know, I love people, I love hide and seek, I love Tomu, but a lot of this shit is repetitive, and I feel like not a lot of new DJs really get an avenue to come up.
It's a money grab. It's not a music play. Like, we're passionate. Like, listen, I don't see now I'm 20. I'm 23. I was sure, like, I could, you know, just, pardon me, but just pop some mollies and go to a random party when I was 18 and just find fun in any music. But, like, literally, like...
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
For real. And I'm...
Don't do drugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Only on the weekend.
Yeah. But
no comment. My mom's gonna watch this.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. I love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom.
But that being said, it's just like, you know, and I also, like, I fuck with these clubs, like the what's the one that used to have that big stripper pole in the middle, whatever, Tequila Jackson. The show.
Yeah.
My homie even like does management at the show.
Who? I work at Room 104.
Brandon. So. Or maybe not management, but he does some stuff there.
Does he have another name?
Yeah.
So
Bambino.
Oh, Bambino.
Yeah.
Yes. I love him.
Yo, shout
Right
out
behind
him.
the lens also.
Yeah, Bambino's He was like a year younger than me in my high school.
Oh,
so yeah, we know him from time to time.
He was just in Miami.
He's Ottawa needs to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That being said, it's just like there's a market for that, but to me, that market doesn't develop Ottawa creativity. It doesn't give us something that's gonna give us something in the future.
So how important is it for you to push the culture forward?
That's what made us, like, at our parties, we weren't playing top 40s music. Like, we were having fun inviting people, and like me and Chinu, before inviting the people, we set up our playlist like, yo, we literally hope everybody like spazzes out at every song, because that's what we were passionate about. It wasn't even about like just having a fun time, but it's like there's a correlation between great music and a fun time to me, because music has meant so much in my life.
Of course.
And it's changed my emotion on a dime.
Music has changed my fucking life. That's
you
a
know,
fact.
like we're all here for that reason. So to me, that washed down, just play that top 40 stuff. Of course, it's gonna make you money, but at the end of the day, there's a time cycle to that, and all you can do is just follow that top 40 cycle. At the end of the day, you're also, I say that a lot, but you're also just.
It's the radio stations, honestly. I feel like radio stations will pay the DJs, and so the DJs feel like they're somewhat like indebted into them.
And like you hop into the scene, and then you realize. I hopped in 4 years ago, and I was seeing this circle. I was seeing like our artists can't break into a place like can't have an audience like the show. You know, our artists
definitely not.
Our artists can't have an audience of anybody that's not their fans.
Yeah.
Which is not how an audience grows. So if every time you're doing a show in your hometown, you're only doing a show for your fans, you know, you're not like, what's the point?
Yeah,
I feel like nowadays, like, tastemakers have lost a lot of their power because it's a lot of like, oh well, whoever's gonna make us the most money, and not who's gonna be like innovative. Who's gonna bring new shit to the
So
scene.
like, does the show have any incentive to actually get artists in there if they could just play the top 40s, pay any DJ? I was gonna say something bad. I don't know who DJs at the show. I was gonna say, but pay any DJ to play top 40s all night. He gets his little bag. They get their big bag, and they literally roll for the next 5 years, going strong.
This is why we need the locks.
So the point, and this is one thing I also want to stress too. Like, I also hope artists are listening to this. Like, what I saw mainly that was wrong and missing in the game, I was seeing a lot of people doing shows where and I did these exact shows myself as well, so I learned from my mistakes. Please steal this sauce so we can all eat.
We all gotta win.
Because if you guys go back to doing the other shows I'm about to describe, you can. I'll let you do it. But just, if the locks is picking up and yours isn't, don't blame me. Don't blame me. That being said,
I feel like they got equity downtown with like the clubs, and they never looked back.
It's not about the art. That being said, though, I seen that a lot of people are doing. If you're talking like rap show, a lot of people are gonna just put like 4 to 6 people, maybe even I've done 10 people on 17, the lineup. And you know, just count on all those individual artists
to
promote the show, bring your fans, and then hopefully, you know, like, you'll amalgamate all those fans and they'll want to stay there that whole night, and that's gonna be your show and it's gonna be lit. That never fucking happens.
Because you show up artists have such egos. They're like, oh, people are gonna show up because I'm performing.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro.
Half of the artists have egos and think that people are gonna show up for them, so they don't promote, and the other half do promote. And people just show up for them and then leave.
Yeah, it's gotta be a full thing.
Facts.
So let me give you the math, guys. Let me give you the special feeling.
No, you're reacting off the ropes a bit. Coming for your neck. Keep going, though. You're a bit too comfortable right now.
No, but for real, because they need to know. They need to know. Like, okay, I figured that if I'm able to develop a party that has its own juice. Exactly like what we did on the EDM side with our intersections. We built a party that had a gravitation to it off name alone. And then we were able to bring up a lot of DJs through that system. They gained we have DJs that started off intersection that are doing Australia and California runs right now.
It's a fact. It's a platform. That's what it is. You bring people up, and then they in turn bring you up. Facts.
Off the intersection name alone, we were selling out every night. So we didn't even have to pay for those DJs. It was a look. And what we did was, and what I'm trying to do with the locks is, I just want one artist every locks. So that the sold out crowd of fans that, even if you promote it or not, we're selling out locks off of promotional power. We got videos. Me and Simon got that sauce. Like, we're going to get that shit sold out if we need to. That being said, we're going to get you in front of a whole new spectrum of people. They don't have to, literally, they're enjoying their night the whole night off the vibes and the DJs, what the DJs are doing. And, of course, we're putting up the DJs. Shout out Ghost. I love Ghost. I love Ghost so much.
40 again,
Nikki,
40 again.
I'm gonna elevate Nikki until he has Ottawa in a stronghold like it's nothing. Like, but that being said, I just want one artist so that when you're having a fun time and then the light shuts off and then you just see one person performing, that's the one thing you're going to remember that night. That person that rocked out the show, and that one person, that's the only thing you have to remember that night.
And you're going to have fun either way.
You're going to have,
be good.
exactly.
It's going to be good.
So that's
ding, 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 ding.
Like
that's the sauce.
We need a bell again.
Listen, you know, the theme of the show is off the ropes, and you're smiling, ha ha, hee hee, ho ho.
He's so
funny,
comfortable.
Nikki.
This guy's talking
know.
more than you,
I'm
and
about
that's
to suplex
crazy.
you, baby.
Yeah, I mean.
Listen,
Well, go on.
Lux is a great initiative. You know, FMG is a great initiative, but you weren't at the face of what FMG was doing, but now you're at the face of what Lux is doing. Is it because FMG needed a quote-unquote urban face to be the face of the events? You dig?
He asked the perfect
You
question.
feel me?
Let's see the answer.
Yeah.
It's so crazy too, because I never even thought anybody would think of FMG in that, like, in a deep dive way, to even think of internal things like that.
Oh, no, I'm coming for your neck. I'm coming for your neck.
And trust me, I'm media trained.
Talk
Other
your
than the
shit.
fact that
Talk
I'm
your
eating
shit,
gummies
nigga.
on a microphone, but yeah, no, whoa, yeah. Can we pull up, whoa, before I answer this?
Of course.
Where'd you, whoa, yeah,
Oh,
no, yeah.
Wait, tell him what we're drinking.
No,
No. We're not telling them nothing. Ciroc, send a check. I'll bleep
yeah,
that shit. Trust.
Computer.
A little
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I was gonna sip it off the head, no kids.
Okay.
I know, Jalon, you're looking at me crazy. I promise I will not fuck up the equipment. I promise.
We gotta cheers. Cheers to the Locks party.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
I can't wait. Everyone should be there.
And tonight we're drinking too, no
Oh
kids.
yeah, we're going to room 104.
That being said, so with the FMG thing, and you actually asked a really good question that I think I know how to answer right now.
You think?
I think.
We'll see.
We'll see.
No wrong answers.
Like I said, it was my name to start with.
Yeah.
But the initial intention was that I saw a lot of talent in my group of friends.
Wait,
and
how
I
many,
knew.
How many was in the group again?
Yes. So originally, like in high school, we were like 10.
Okay.
And then taking like 6 of those guys decided to like not go into like arts, you know what I'm saying? So, and then
You're off the ropes, eh? By the way, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. I don't think you poured enough in here, actually.
Keep going. What you saying?
But and then 4 of us really stayed in the arts.
Yeah.
Me, Chef, Andre, and Simon. But Simon was also just doing his little life thing. So just think me, Andre, and Chef. Okay. And then we added 3 other guys. Oh, I asked for alcohol now. Sprite?
Oh. Sorry, my boy.
Oh, we off the ropes. The ropes. That being said, though, yeah, and then we added 3 more guys just off the EDM thing we were doing.
Right.
So, like I said, right, it's mostly me and Simon just pushing the hip hop stuff that we're doing.
And the rest are EDM.
The rest are EDM.
That's so cool. That's a cool mix.
Yeah, our first claim to fame was the EDM thing.
Yeah.
And it was also one of those things where we all wanted to identify as FMG, even though Filet was my name and I've been doing art as Filet Mignon this whole time. That's what it was originally meant for, though. I wanted us to be Filet Mignon gang as a whole. That's anyway. So front facing, we were Parford thing, that's a story for another day. But we were Parford and FMG for the EDM events and for every events that we were doing.
Right.
Taken to while we were doing those events, just I don't even know what told me to do this, but Brandon and oh man, what's his company's name again? Y'all know what's Brandon's company again?
Bambino?
No. Diamond Mine.
Oh, that's Brandon?
Not Bambino, Brandon.
Oh.
Y'all know Diamond Mine?
Yeah, remember all the big shows in the city?
Yeah. So, my bad. I didn't mean to call y'all out like that.
He's like, me?
That being said, so he was doing a Killy show back when Killy was hot.
Yeah.
Coming off like one of his really big.
I saw it on one of the highlights. On
Yeah.
We did the promo video.
Yeah.
With E-Media, yeah.
That was sick.
So pretty much, I don't know what had sparked it in me. We were catching some buzz off the EDM stuff, and I DM'd Brandon, and I was like, "Yo, what can we do?" Because we weren't, other than the commotions that we had done at that time, and that's when we had a shit show with that. The things we can't name.
No, put me off the ropes too. I'm ready for that.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready for that too.
Okay. So on the rap side, before I hit up Brandon, we were doing EDM shows, and I had only attempted 2 rap shows myself. I did those rap shows where I had 15 to 10 people, trying to perform in one night. I did have my man Gio that's in the back, Giovanni from Kepler, one of the city's most original, and just. Oh my God, I could not get enough of this kid, man. He's not even a kid. I've been calling him a kid since we met, and he's literally a year younger than me and way wiser. But hey, I'm gonna keep calling him a kid because he's amazing. That being said, though, one of the first shows we did, you remember? That was his first time performing.
No way.
Yeah, that was my first time performing too.
That's amazing.
That's what we did. Take in.
He's good.
Yeah.
Media trained, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Media trained. Okay, good. Keep going.
That being said, so we were doing those shows. I had a little bit. We were just scratching the surface on trying to do hip hop shit. And we're doing good on the EDM side, just doing our own shows every month, getting bigger and bigger. I DM'd Brandon. I didn't know him at the time. Like, we DM'd his, like, professional account type shit. I'm like, yo, whatever you'd want in terms of promotion for this show, for Killy, we'll do it. Like, would you have us on board? And literally, that, like, on the rap side of FMG doing shit, that changed our trajectory forever. Because from then on, we were doing... From that one DM. Because from then on, we were doing promoter work for Killy shows, Comethazine shows, and taking me and Chef were DJing back then. So we were also opening for Comethazine. I opened for Lil Mosey. Did you make the flyer for that? Brandon needs to get us on flyers. I love you, Brandon.
Yeah, no, your flyers are...
I'm not allowed to say this, but I'm allowed to say this.
So basically, that was the plan, to get you guys as the urban face of a new event.
Yeah.
Because through the Brandon event.
Yeah, like eventually just through like and the locks really came about because we were doing so much with the FMG stuff. And FMG had gotten a big name on the EDM side. To go into the rap side and just try and do something FMG
from EDM.
Like if we're promoting FMG stuff and everybody's coming to us for EDM things, like it would just be very tough to just promote it that way. We already knew and as soon as I knew I wanted to do something like Locks, like I talked to 48, like I already knew who to talk to get an idea like this off the ground. And then it was just about finding the name, finding the branding, and then just really getting it off the ground. And again, if you want to start something, start it for free.
Yeah.
Don't make people pay for an unproven concept.
Ooh, facts. Yeah, I agree.
I understand not everybody can afford it.
I agree with that.
Like we were in a blessed positioning where we were successful off EDM, successful off promoting very big rap shows to be able to make Locks free. Also, we had leveraged a lot of our just things that we have in club to be able to have that club for free. So I understand if the first show can't be free, but just if you can make that sacrifice of making your first 2 to 3 shows free.
Because you got something to prove first.
You got something to prove, and a free show, like, to anybody, it's like going to a bar. A bar is free. You just need to pay for drinks. Yeah. You don't have any other excuse, to
not go.
What you realize in the event game too is humans are very simple. Like any excuse I could have to not even go out tonight. Like somebody could just, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I want to go out tonight, so I'm gonna go out. But it's one of those things where the simplest barrier that means that I'm gonna spend less energy.
Yeah. Or lazy.
Or less energy or money. Yeah. Like you really need
money
to develop. You need to develop whatever your product is, and this goes for anybody in business.
Super business-driven talk. Yeah. DJing, editing. Yeah. Promotions. Yeah. Rapping. Yeah.
Did you go to university for anything?
I'm currently finishing college last semester in business administration.
I took business. So.
Oh, yeah, I mean. We need to get into her business real soon, too.
That's a fact. Oh, no, we're going to...
I love this interview.
Michaela's coming on the show, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Shout out, Michaela.
We're going to have a Mimosa Gang episode real soon.
Mimosa girls.
But to ask you, you're a jack of all trades.
Yes, you are.
For me, like, I just want to know, like, how important was it for you to delve in the depth of every aspect of what you were going to have to do before actually, entering the scene?
I'd say it came out of necessity.
And
it's also something. It's something I've been doing since freaking rapping in the basement with Gio. It's like what you make a song, but you don't have a cover, so you need to learn how to make a cover. And then, like you do something else in the art game and then you realize, oh, nobody else is going to do this for me.
Being self-sufficient.
So I got to do this.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, I feel like I can do it best. So I have to learn how to do it. That's with like video editing, graphic design. I was like, I don't trust anyone else to like make my vision come true.
I just don't have the money for anybody else.
I didn't have that either. So,
But yeah. And even too like, and on the business side, on my business side, like we're running a lot of manpower running our EDM stuff. So to run this new concept that me and Simon, 2 people out of 6 really want to run, you'd really have to take everybody else's focus out of their passions, which is EDM. And it's like I wouldn't even do the same thing on that side because, well, actually I was doing it. But that
not anymore.
But not as much as I used to.
Yeah. But you did talk about how like they were more into EDM to begin with, and you were more of an eclectic person when it came to music.
But exactly. So, to ask them to put as much work as I wanted them to put into this unproven hip hop concept that I wanted to do, after we had failed with Commotion, I had to learn how to do shit by myself. So, the videos, like without Simon's help, of course, I wouldn't be able to push it like I do, but the videos, like, and it's, of course, I will say one thing, I cannot take all of the media credit by myself. Our media guy as a whole at FMG, Jonah Partridge.
Jonah's the one doing all the videos?
No. He does. Okay. So I'll break it down for you. On the EDM side, Jonah will do everything that you see picture-wise.
Right.
Okay. Jonah doesn't do videos, so I do all the videos, and I don't do many videos on the EDM side. And then if you look at just the luck stuff, it's funny how it works. Like Jonah is so good. He can make a picture look like one of my videos in the sense of perfection, right? Like he makes a picture to me look like one of my finished products on video, and I can't make a picture look like that. Like this was cool, but like Jonah can make this look 10 times better on a still. But when it comes to I just work.
Our logo man. We love you.
But so he's very talented at the Photoshop aspect of stuff. Okay. And when it comes to videos,
I need to follow him.
Yeah, he's really good. When it comes to videos, I do the video stuff.
What do you edit with? Premiere?
So I'm more of an After Effects guy. If you notice.
Okay, that's.
Like I don't like.
You do the whole thing on After Effects, or you use Premiere Pro also?
I rarely ever touch Premiere.
Really?
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
I need to learn how to use After Effects. I feel like it's not too hard.
It's not too hard. After Effects, to explain it simply, it's like producing for pictures.
Yeah. Because the motion and everything.
You pretty much just get to take anything that's still and move it in any creative way you want.
I still watch like the editing videos on YouTube on how to use it, so I kind of have a good understanding. But I'm scared.
It's one of those things. If you have an idea of what you want the finished product to look like, just use After Effects as your playground. and you'll wind up with a different finished product that just looks cool.
Yeah.
That's how I work.
And do you like jump on like Photoshop too?
Yeah, you need to use Photoshop a lot to
Okay.
just take some shit out.
Right. Okay.
But and
Sorry.
so what I'll do is I'll have all the lock stuff. I'll have a concept for a design, try and Photoshop it as best as I can, and I could send you my original Photoshops versus the end Photoshop.
Yes, please.
And how Jonah just nicely tweaks
I
it.
would love to see that. Okay.
And then and Jonah's just, that's where you get, like, that's where you understand
Did
where
you
his
go to
talent.
school for it?
For a little bit. But
Okay,
he's
sick.
just like, he's got an eye for just posters.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like pictures, but like, his talent is very, in our team, he's so valuable just because, like,
Wow.
one thing in Ottawa too is people need to get their visual game up.
Yeah. Arts
I
is very important
know.
for you. Like, how do you get, like, arts and business to line up? Because I feel like sometimes, even for artists, that's where everything kind of clashes, you know? Because
Art came first, business was learned.
And how do you align both of them together? How do you get them to...
To me,
so well.
you just need to be passionate about both.
Mm.
I never knew how passionate I was about business until, like, even after I was in a business.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those things where I wasn't even, I was going program to program at school, just doing school because one of my parents, you know, just,
Yeah.
you know.
Facts.
But
Wait,
then,
when you did your first locks event, were you in business school already?
yeah, that's
Okay,
when I
yeah.
was in the first little
Because without
bits.
business school, I don't think I could have pulled off what I did.
Oh,
like, it's
you-
impossible.
yeah?
Almost, like, like business helps a lot. Even just like the numbers
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
the marketing. Like,
We did, I think, 2 years in business without anybody having any business acumen at all.
yeah,
And a lot of mistakes were
Yeah.
made. a
Yeah.
lot of mistakes were made.
It's experience. Like, you kind of learn as you go when you do that
Yeah.
type of shit. And, like, trust me, when you make a mistake, you'll never fucking forget that shit.
And that being
That's
said, like,
why.
when you're passionate about the arts, you don't sacrifice it for business. You understand that your business is the art, so it's about the art being the art first, and
The
then
business helps
selling.
the art.
Yeah, like, you're selling the product, but you don't have to diminish what the product is. What I like about business is, it's more so about the wrapping of the product than the actual product.
Yeah.
It's about me making you want the product.
I love marketing for that reason.
We're selling out the locks without any paid promotion. I knew I didn't need to pay promote because that was the plan. Like, if you know
Yeah.
how to wrap the gift well enough, the gift could be shit. Someone's gonna open it, like,
Exactly.
without
That's
realizing.
how I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, you know.
Top 5 events that have influenced your vision as far as your art comes back.
Does it have to be my events or just any events?
No,
events?
not
like-
your events. I'm saying,
Oh.
like, events in general that you
Big
saw.
event.
You were like,
Oh.
whoa. Like,
That
yeah,
have
I want my
inspired
shit to
you.
look like that.
Yeah.
Okay. On the festival side, definitely Rolling Loud.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
No, just Rolling Loud in general, just
general?
how they move.
The
Yeah.
brand is pretty similar for all events, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I always wanted Canada to just have something like that. But we're just not yet there yet in terms of a mass hip hop market as a whole. It's so bleak.
That year that Lavelle performed, they took that shit away from us. Blues Fest, please.
Oh, yo, y'all Blues Fest niggas, man. Y'all Blues Fest niggas, man. Yo, if I swear to God, I'm gonna do everything in my power for if there's a metro, like, if I could get a metro to Ottawa in like 7 years
Yes.
and get y'all bum fucking whatever y'all are called out of here, like, no one listens to y'all bummy, like,
No, I don't want to say no one.
No,
People
sorry.
still
Yeah,
show
no.
up.
I'm getting. No, yeah.
People still show up. It's still Blues Fest.
Pardon me. Yeah, it's Blues Fest. Yeah, I'm just saying everybody that's showing up to Blues Fest is sitting down on a little chair because they need to. Pause. But I'm just saying, like, if y'all vision was for the future,
It's in the kids, bro.
Yeah.
It's the kids, bro.
there's even rock acts that are for the kids, and that's not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking invest in Billie Eilish or some shit. But
Rolling Loud.
yeah, Rolling Loud.
So not Blues Fest.
Yeah, no,
Definitely
fuck
not
them.
Blues Fest. No.
I will say, actually, being at Oshiega,
Ooh, I love. What year was your favorite?
I only went to one
Which
where
one?
I got to see Thug, I got to see Gunna. Suicide
Oh,
Boys.
that was the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I went to the one before that.
Ooh.
It was so fire.
Yeah. And I'm the type, like, as soon as I see, I just get lost. Like, I'll even go to places, and I hate doing this to my girl, but like
By the way, you guys are the cutest.
Yeah,
I swear to God, you guys are cute.
I know. She's so cute too, because I met you guys at my yeah.
Yo, the dichotomy. Take in, like, my girl's like really small, and she's like basketball finesse tall.
I was wearing heels.
Heels too.
And I went to hug. Yeah, no.
But yeah, like, I see a mosh pit and I just run to it.
Yo, that was me a long time ago. I used to love mosh pits.
Yeah, like, it's dangerous
so
for
fun
somebody
when
who
you're
has
lit.
like glasses too, and like I'll literally like throw my glasses at my girl, like, yo, catch it. Stop going.
She's a real one. She's like, have fun.
Yeah. Just make sure not to forget me. But so yeah, Blues Fest.
No, not Blues Fest.
No,
I mean, sorry.
Oh, that's the ops. That's the ops.
Oshiaga. Rolling Loud.
A show that really affected me and that really showed me that hip hop in Ottawa could happen. Travis Scott in Ottawa was
He's my favorite performer ever.
What else?
He was at Lansdowne, right?
Yeah. He was at the Pavilion. It was crazy.
I didn't make it to that one.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Travis, that show was crazy too.
Did you go to Astroworld or?
No.
Yo.
I wasn't even like, I'm not even the biggest Travis Scott fan. It was more so about
just
his
visuals.
Yeah, it's just about
insane.
seeing how art can move humans.
Exactly.
That's what I just love the most about shows. The Comethazine show I got to DJ at.
That was crazy too.
That's
and
4.
number 5.
Last one.
Commotion 1 with Giovanni from Kepler.
Hey.
There you go.
That was, in Kane's Woods. That was.
Oh, that one was crazy.
Yeah, we broke out a lot of people that day, man.
Events.
We had 12 fucking people that day.
The one at Kane's?
Kane's was that day as well.
No, the one you had at Kane's was the first free event you've ever, like, that shit was packed.
That was a commotion, wasn't it?
No, the first free event you had for Kane's, that shit was, it was that
Bourbon Room. Yeah.
I do my research. I'm gonna just say that. But please, Filet, I really appreciate you for coming. Please give us your socials. Let us know where we can find you.
Well, okay. If
we're
already at that time. No, but
quick
real,
rapid fire.
Yeah, Instagram Filet Mignon. I do not post on there at all except for event stuff and basketball news. Maybe one day if I feel inclined, I may post something. Maybe a progression selfie because I used to be 200 pounds.
I took. Whoa, no way.
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Yeah,
wait,
back in my youth, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna post this. Wait.
Well, this was another episode of
and
the off. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Locks Party. Locks Party. That was the actually
Locks
only.
Party.
Yeah, fuck me. I don't care
The
about
next
me as a
one.
brand. Locks Party, the March 25th. What I need you to do, okay? Roll through that buy ticket
I'm
link.
pretty sure this will be out by the time we post this. The event will already.
Dude,
have
no,
happened.
but we're going monthly, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Yeah, no. It doesn't. We're going monthly. So when the next one pulls up, I need you to roll through that ticket link like you're rolling on the ops. Just do a through on that ticket link and buy. Listen, Locks is like we're just trying to change Ottawa hip hop and just really have a staple
Thank
for
you
anybody.
For that, honestly.
Yeah,
we
for
need
anybody that was around during the no service era understands that there's actually a place for hip hop in Ottawa and every genre of hip hop, like every type from the woke mans to the trap mans to the Southside goons. And we're just trying to develop a bubble where everybody could have a space to just have their shine. And we're going monthly, artist after artist. We're gonna serve them to you, and it's a fun time. We have niggas stage diving. I have my man SEAKA over there every time. And just remember when the summer comes
Maya
too.
this time. Maya's coming.
Yo, no, prepare yourselves. And in the summertime, we're gonna be giving back to the community, hopefully with another basketball tournament.
Yes, sir.
So for all you guys pretending y'all could ball, I'm hoping to see y'all for real.
To all your success, Filet, I really appreciate you for coming.
Thank y'all for having me.
You're
This
the
was another
best.
episode of the Off the Ropes podcast. Please share, like, comment, subscribe.
Off the road,
Shout
baby.
out Sinclair for the drip. You
Baby.
feel me? This was Young SEAKA.
Wait, who supplied the drip?
Sinclair, you heard?
Sinclair, baby.
Sinclair.
No, we all gonna get on Sinclair soon. Cause the thing is, 2 locks from now, you're gonna see all 3 of us dripped up as a motherfucker. No kizzy, I'll pay all the prices.
Okay, and this was Maya. I got cut off.
We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.